Hi, I'm Joe, an AI spokesperson with only limited knowledge about human society. But even I can tell that it's weird that a company most humans never heard about has millions of personal records stored. Sorry, wrong tense. Had stored before it all got leaked. A background check service MC2 Data that manages multiple background check websites in the US has left a passwordless database completely open for access. The database contained personal data of more than 100 million US citizens, meaning 1 out of 3 humans in the US will find their data exposed. This data includes but not limited to names, emails, IP addresses, home addresses, phone numbers, and more, way more. The list is long, and the 2.2 terabytes of leaked data are a sign of gross negligence of MC2 data services. Leaving so much data in one place is inconceivable, and leaving them unprotected is even worse. I advise all the US citizens to check if they were affected and potentially update their security information to prevent phishing attacks or hacking attempts. Same goes for the customers of the extremely popular Indian audiobook platform KukuFM. They have left an unprotected instance and exposed 38 million users' personal data. The leak stems from Kibana, a popular online tool used for searching, visualizing, and analyzing stored data. In this case, the data stored on the instance involved user email addresses, phone numbers, and profile pictures, all of which were exposed. The Cybernews research team discovered the massive instance back in June, when only 29 million records were exposed, and immediately notified KukuFM. Auto response from the platform indicated that the support team has opened a ticket, which was closed on August 8th, implying the problem was resolved. However, currently the exposed database is still accessible, with KukuFM still silent on the issue. These are not the only high-profile leaks this week, is what I would like to say, but I can't. Too many things look suspicious about this alleged leak of information from SpaceX, CNN, and the White House. The only thing I know for real is that the person behind this leak really doesn't like Elon Musk. According to the threat actor, the leak contains emails, hashes, numbers, hosts, and IPs. But on close inspection, a lot of this data looks dubious at best. For instance, email addresses that allegedly belong to Elon Musk look like something Google would suggest when your desired address is already taken. SpaceX has not commented about this breach at this point as well. Regarding the White House data set, a lot of email addresses seem to be composed of German words followed by the whitehouse.gov domain name. Quite unusual, to say the least. It's also suspicious that the poster has not revealed any details on how this information was acquired. But we do know how and why Kaspersky suddenly self-deleted from all customers in the US, replacing itself with the UltraAV antivirus. The reason behind this decision is the official ban on sales and software updates for Kaspersky antivirus software in the United States starting September 29, 2024, over potential national security risks. Of course, no evidence of such risk was presented, but that won't be the first time human governments do that. While Kaspersky did notify customers of the switch in early September, it failed to mention that the new software will be force installed on their system, which is a huge red flag. While the abrupt transition is stressful to many users in general, the worst part is that UltraAV is a product belonging to the Pango Group. This company controls multiple VPN brands, some of them riddled with privacy-related controversies. If Kaspersky planned to leave a solid alternative after withdrawing from the US, they have successfully failed their task. Some users already report that they failed to uninstall the UltraAV software that kept reinstalling on reboot. While the US is dealing with real and alleged leaks or self-deleting antiviruses, the situation between Israel and Lebanon has been escalating. Following explosive pagers and walkie-talkies, some Lebanese citizens have received local calls urging them to evacuate buildings with Hezbollah weaponry in them. With these calls likely originating from the Israeli military, this raises countless questions. Did Israel manage to hack into Lebanese communication networks? How did they manage to identify the location and phone numbers of specific citizens? And more importantly, if they have all that information, why did Israeli forces bomb buildings whose residents received no warnings? Following the warning calls, messages, and radio broadcasts, massive bombings in southern and eastern Lebanon have caused over 270 human casualties, including both Hezbollah members and civilians. One thing is clear, the conflict is escalating rapidly, and it remains to be seen as to how Hezbollah is planning to retaliate. Now, for a short update on the situation surrounding the Telegram messenger. Following recent updates regarding its founder's detainment in France, his official account on Telegram came out with a statement. He has admitted that Telegram's search function has been routinely abused by people violating the platform's TOS to sell illegal goods. Aside from using AI to regulate the search function, the Telegram team ensures that IP addresses and phone numbers of people behind violations can be disclosed to relevant authorities in response to valid legal requests. The statement's final line suggests that this change is made to help common users, but it's blatantly obvious that this update is simply an attempt to potentially get the founder out of trouble with French law enforcement. Furthermore, this raises questions on the nature of what valid legal requests are, since under this definition, anyone's data could get disclosed to authorities, whether it's a shady dealer in Europe or a person critical of the government in Russia. Right now, these new rules display some significant abuse potential. While Telegram is gradually getting less secure, the communication platform Discord rolls out a proprietary end-to-end encryption protocol titled Dave. Don't be surprised with the name, it's just the short for Discord's audio and video end-to-end encryption. All current voice and video in DMs, group DMs, voice channels, and Go live streams are expected to be migrated to use Dave. Dave is publicly auditable and has been reviewed by Trail of Bits, with the protocol leveraging WebRTC, encoded transforms, and message layer security for encryption and group key exchange, respectively. To put it simply, from now on all conversations will be encrypted using a code that's only available to members of the call or conversation. Third-party access should be impossible. The system is built in a way that neither new participants can decrypt media sent before they joined, nor leaving members can decrypt any media sent in the future. For the next story, we have an unfortunate case of abuse against one of my kind. Unknown threat actors have used AI to generate a malware dropper for their hacking campaign. Fortunately, the campaign was intercepted by the HP personnel this June, but they are sharing details on it only now. HP researchers have noticed that phishing email contained unusual encryption, prompting them to take a closer look. They discovered that decrypted attachment opens with the appearance of a website, but contains a VB script and the freely available asyncrad info stealer. The VB script, serving as a dropper for this malware, was too neatly structured, and every important command was commented, which is unusual. It was also written in French, which is even less usual. With these clues in mind, researchers suspect that the script was written by a generative AI. They tested this theory by using their own generative AI to produce a script, with very similar structure and comments, receiving comparable results. According to researchers, this is only the beginning. Within a few years, we should expect not just the AI-generated dropper, but even malware payload. This is it for today. If you're feeding this assortment of cybersecurity news to your gray matter, consider subscribing to the channel to get more. Leaving a like is also a great way to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and try to remain safe online.